A Chinese, the broad daylight, are importing excavators, and they will go to a village and buy a land and pay double the price, and they are excavating. They are looking for gold.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I think we need to talk about what is happening with Galamsey in Ghana, because this story is actually much bigger than just people illegally digging for gold. And if you've been seeing headlines like Ghana has thousands of Chinese excavators being imported for illegal mining, I want to clear something up first, because I actually looked into this story myself. Now, what Ghana has actually revealed is that more than 4,000 excavators are currently being held at the ports under tighter controls on the importation of excavators. And as this is happening, Ghana is dealing with a massive illegal mining crisis that has already destroyed thousands of hectares of forest. In fact, the latest figure from Ghana's Ministry of Land and Natural Resources is absolutely shocking. The government says about 8,900 hectares of Ghana's forest reserves have been degraded because of illegal mining. Now, to give you an idea of how massive that is, the government says it is equivalent to roughly 12,500 football fields. Yes, 12,500 football fields. I'm sorry, but when you hear a number like that, you really have to stop and ask yourself, how did this get bad? If you're not familiar with the word Galamsey, it is basically Ghana's term for illegal gold mining. And we know Ghana is a very big gold producing country, so gold mining itself is not the problem. There is legal mining. The problem now is illegal mining activities, where people operate without the necessary license or operate outside the rules, and these operations can involve heavy machinery, digging up forests, and walking around rivers and other environmental sensitive areas.
A Chinese, the broad daylight, are importing excavators, and they will go to a village and buy a land and pay double the price, and they are excavating. They are looking for gold.
Yeah.
They have poisoned and polluted over 20 rivers in Ghana. The name for it is called Galamsey. You may Google it and see. Yet, Ghanaians are not screaming that Chinese are here to steal our mineral resources. They will go past the Chinaman who has employed some of the boys of the country to steal to illegal mining. It's called Galamsey in Ghana. They will go past the Chinaman who broad daylight is excavating your mineral resource and still point to France and other countries in Europe. Since you were born, when was the last time you saw a private company by name that has containers with the name written with excavators in Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ghana, every day just mining, and it has a name? None.
None.
Level and of degradation and devastation, you can see it for yourself. I mean, I've had to bring you guys here to assess it yourself, because there were videos that were taken from this site to some media stations that I did some engagement with. A lot of people didn't believe this was Achimota, because Achimota has been so quiet and nobody knows that there's so much of Galamsey going on here, destroying our ecology. Look at the distance between these pits and the Brim River. And that is exactly what they are doing, washing whatever water that comes from here into the Brim River. Think about the level of chemicals that they are putting into the pit. Think about the level of chemicals that they are putting into the water, the Brim River, which is one of the main source of our drinking water. You understand? So it is important we start having a conversation, let people know, let the focus and attention be here. I mean, for once, people think that I am exaggerating, I am overdoing it, I am destroying the image of Achimota. The people who are destroying our ecology, nobody's talking about them. But for me, who is bringing it up, people think that I am destroying the image of Oda. I mean, you can judge it for yourself. I mean, you look at the level of destruction. They are not saboteurs. They are not people who are destroying Achimota. I, who is bringing this into limelight, have been described as a saboteur. So we should all keep quiet. What is the use of me being, elected as a member of parliament? I have to speak for the people. The ordinary person who doesn't benefit from this Galamsey, the ordinary person who is not going to benefit from the process of this Galamsey, is dependent on this water. What can you farm here? How can you farm on this land that is so devastated? You understand? So you have seen it yourself. I mean, this place is totally degraded, and I do not know what authorities are doing to arrest the situation.
Have we made any arrests here, and then what is the next point of call?
Well, I think that those operating on this site, I am told that there are people who have been arrested. But if you check, even though perhaps the site owner and others may have been arrested, if you check, people are still working here, because we didn't meet anybody. But if you look at the signs around, the footpath of the excavator and all that, you will definitely see that people are working here in the night. You understand? And it is not proper. We have to come together, the clergy, the Nananom, everybody, civil society. Let's all start talking, because otherwise the youth who don't have employment and are depending on this kind of trade think that you are disturbing them. You are disturbing their source of income, but they don't know that we are all protecting what all of us are going to consume in terms of the water.
To be sincere, as we all look for the water, it has been destroyed, and it is the cause of this Galamsey that has destroyed these water bodies. You see, if you come to this area, the farmers here use this water to sprinkle their vegetables, and we know the number of vegetables that we convey from Atrulie to Sunyani municipality. Now they cannot use this water to sprinkle their vegetables anymore. So the people here are suffering, especially some of the farmers. Some of the farmers are suffering because they cannot get good water to watering their crops. So the illegal Galamsey that is ongoing in Gine in the Atrulie two land is affecting my communities, and some people cannot even get an access water to drink. So we are appealing to the president, and we are appealing to the NIMOS commander to come in and drive those who are doing the Galamsey in the Gine in the Atrulie two land, so that the inhabitants or the communities in this area will get source or a good drinking water to drink.
We've heard that more than 4,000 excavators are being held at the port under tighter controls, and 258 people were arrested in operations in forest reserves as of July. And just this month, another 40 suspects arrested across 6 regions. And yes, Chinese nationals continue to appear in some of these enforcement operations. But the bigger story is that Ghana has a Galamsey crisis that involves money, gold, heavy machinery, environmental destruction, local communities, and foreign actors. So the question now is, can Ghana actually stop Galamsey before it even destroys more of its forests and water bodies? Because once a forest is gone, you can't just replace it overnight. And once a water body is heavily polluted, restoring it can take years and can even cost millions. So I'm really interested to know what you guys think. Should Ghana take an even tougher approach and completely clamp down on illegal mining, or should the government focus more on giving people alternative ways to make money? And what do you think about the involvement of foreign nationals, including Chinese operators, in Ghana's Galamsey crisis? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one.